Good afternoon again, dear students. Again, we are going to learn about culture. Culture, it varies around the world. If you pay attention to these pictures, to these photos, in the first picture, you can see English punk rocker. In the second picture, you can see Buddhist monks in Myanmar. Pay attention to their way of clothing, to their style, to their position, and their facial expression. We know that community or society consists of social groups, and these groups are rich middle class. They can be poor people, men or women, ethnic groups, young, old. According to them, we can categorize those social groups. Language. We know that culture doesn't exist without any language. If there is a culture, there must be a language, or vice versa. If we learn any language, at the same time, we learn about new culture, new way of living, new customs, traditions, new way of clothing. We can learn about them. Though we don't accept or we don't receive them. So, dialect, communication, Pennsylvania Dutch, and all of them are the language, the examples for the language. Religion in culture. We know that religion is also one component of culture, and all our beliefs, all our values, I think it depends on our religion. Religion is an organized system of beliefs with specific rituals and practices that include the supernatural. Religion can guide people in ethics, standards of accepted behavior. The Bible, the holy book of Christianity. The Quran, the holy book of Islam. We know that according to the religion, we regulate some norms in our community, in our society. There are some rules which are not written, but we say that according to the religion, it is banned, or it is allowed, or it is acceptable. We just select, we just choose which one is appropriate, we accept them. Which one is not acceptable or rejectable, we just reject them, and we don't obey that rule. Daily life. If we investigate different cultures, it goes without saying that we have to watch, to observe the way of living of that culture. Way of that culture members' way of living, their eating habits, clothing, greeting, everything can be observed. Daily life, we know that in most cultures, sports also, it's also included in the main activity in daily life. History, New Zealand War, Afghanistan, British and Indian War, or we can take other examples from history also. History also influence on the culture, because we know that with invasions, with such kind of colonizations, new cultures, new aspects of culture, new traditions, new customs, new way of living can enter the host culture. Let's remember Norman's invasion, Norman's conquest in history with the year 1066, a new era, new period of English-speaking countries started, and from that time, everything was changed. We can see those changes in language, in way of living, in communication, in every side of the life. Art. Art is also one component of culture. What is called as art? Art is a valuable component of the culture that is appreciated by the members. They can be dancing, they can be songs, they can be different paintings, different customs, different celebrations. All of them are included inside the art. Government. Monarchy, kings and queens rule. Patriarchy, matriarchy. In this photo, you can see the Queen of the UK, and dictatorship. Individual rules the government any way who or she wants to. Adolf Hitler, remember the history here. Stalin, Idi Amin, they were dictators. They were individuals who ruled the government. Who or she, it doesn't matter. Those dictators did what they wanted at that time. That's why such kind of ruling system, ruling or leading countries are called as dictatorship. Democracy. The power is held by the people to vote for their leaders. And here, the people, the nationality of the country can feel freedom because they themselves vote, they themselves choose, they can express their opinions, they can openly tell what they want, they can demand their rights, and also their rights are defended by the government. And this is this is the type of democracy, type of government, democratic type of government. Here we can include Puerto Rico, Poland, Germany, United States, Uganda, Mexico. Mixed democracy and monarchy, what does it mean? Here is given United Kingdom. We know that in the UK, at the same time, the Queen rules the government. The Queen is called as the head of the country, but Parliament also plays a great role in leading or in ruling the country. That's why such kind of government is called as mixed democracy and monarchy government. For such type of countries, we can include United Kingdom, Sweden, Canada, and others. Economy. Traditional economy, things are done how they always were, usually due to customs and beliefs. If you pay attention to the first picture here, you can see that fishing, farming, So, free enterprise, what does it mean? Economy, so market economy, individuals make decisions about what to produce. They make what people want to buy. Free enterprise, right to own property of businesses and choose what job to do. If we pay attention to the years after independence, in our market, we can say that free enterprising can be observed, and here the business people, they have the right to own property or their own business and to choose what job to do, and too much opportunity is given to the businessmen, to the business ladies of modern life. So economy, common economy, communism or socialism, government has the control of what you sell and produce. If we compare it with usual situation, everything is under control. If we remember the years before the independence, from the books you can read, you can find information that everything in the market, for example, the same product with the same price, you can find anywhere, and this is common economy. It's called as communism. Amish culture. The Amish are a subculture in America, a culture group that lives within the existing larger national group. The Amish culture keeps to themselves as much as possible. So, Amish history. Religious roots are in Anabaptist movement of the 1500s. Ethnically German Swiss, Amish in America dates from 1693. It means that Amish culture and the history of Amish, it goes to the years of 1693. Amish beliefs, very strict, especially the old order group. About 198,000 old order Amish in the United States. The Ordnung is an oral tradition of rules which regulates how the Amish way of life should be conducted. Amish cultural values. Family. We know that in most cultures, family is valuable, is very important for the family members, and also the same fact with the Amish culture, humility, anti-individualism, calmness and composure, education only to the 8th grade. Pay attention to the last point. In Amish culture, children can obtain the education till the grade of 8. After it, they start working as an individual member of the society. And the Amish virtues, modesty and purity are important virtues. The Amish are pacifists. They reject all forms of violence. They don't serve in the military. They admire large families. Amish dress. Amish wear traditional and plain clothing. It shows they are not conforming to the world. It expresses an obedience to their church. It shows their lack of vanity. Education. In Amish culture, schools, they teach their children, their people, till the grade of 8, as we have mentioned above, and formal education beyond grade 8 is discouraged. And rejection of conveniences. Most Amish reject modern technologies such as automobiles. They believe it promotes pride or vanity in one's possessions. Amish farming is often without machines. If you pay attention here, not any technology is used for farming, and growing, planting also. Amish hand waving. In these pictures, you can see different types of waving, and they are called as Amish waving. And this is also one aspect of Amish culture. Handmade items, as we have stated above, Amish people, they like more and more hand making, and here also you can see how they made such kind of vehicles, like I think they are used. They can be used in farming or in daily life or while going shopping and anywhere. In general, we can say that in different countries, they have their own different cultures, and we mustn't forget that the main point of the culture is including all the components of culture, which are religion, language, norms, beliefs, and others. And these are very valuable in each culture. For example, as an Uzbek woman, or as an Uzbek man, or as an Uzbek girl, or as an Uzbek boy, we must know how to be a real Uzbek girl, how to be a real Uzbek boy, or man or woman, doesn't matter. We must know the rules and the norms of our society, and all of them are directly related to our beliefs. Beliefs are included in the religion, and norms we must know, and we always try to obey these written or unwritten norms or rules, and all of them are called as culture. And if we pay attention to the different cultures around the world, the attitudes also different. We can investigate the communication, we can investigate the daily life, we can investigate customs, traditions, and every detail of culture that resembles in the people or nationalities' daily life. Of course, as Uzbeks, we try to show our national traditions. We try to promote our nationality, to promote our values, beliefs, valuable materials in our culture around the world, or around the people who communicate with us. And in general, we can say that culture is the most important and the most observed point in any country. Imagine that you are going to a foreign country. What do you do? What do you usually do being as a newcomer, being as a new member of that community? Firstly, you will observe, you will compare. In some cases, maybe you will just reject and not to accept or not to receive that element living in that country or living in the same atmosphere. Of course, these are called as preserving cultural identity, because every culture has its own identity. As an Uzbek culture or as an American culture or as an UK culture, you can observe or you can watch different identities. Identities can be, for example, family identity. What does it mean? We highly appreciate our family relationships. Yes, as a daughter, as a son, we must respect our parents, our grandparents. As a member of the society, we must show our respect toward the members of the same society, of the same community. And these are all connected with way of upbringing children, with way of behaving, with everything which are included inside the culture. And all of them are very important. So these were all about today's lesson, and thank you very much for your attention. Goodbye.